Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Immortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok Origin. And this time we're going to be talking about my grind build for the doram, because I recently achieved 0.17 as the lowest cast time, fixed cast time for my Catnip Meteor, and around 1 second or less than 1 second for the cooldown. So this is not consistent because you need a couple of gears here. So let's start. The first thing that you have to get for your doram is, of course, the sprint set. Okay, I'm using the sprint set right now. So this sprint set reduces global cooldown by 15%. So that's a lot. So you need it. So the reason why it's kind of hard for you to use the Catnip Meteorite on your doram as compared to a wizard, because the wizard has a direct global cooldown reduction on its weapon, whereas for the weapon of the doram, it has nothing to do with the cooldown. It's just about damage. All right, and you still need the damage since you're probably focusing on the physical damage side of your doram rather than the magic side. All right, so this is magic damage. Next is the accessory. So the accessory that I'm using right now on Radiant Ornament is the Rings of Wisdom set. So we have the rings here and the Rings of Wisdom here. Okay, so when you have this set, every 3 cast will be giving you additional 30% magical attack, reduction on fixed cast time, 30% reduction on fixed cast time, and 20% reduction on global cooldown, and it lasts for 10 seconds. That's a lot, right? The downtime is only 5 seconds, and you just have to cast again a skill or 3 skills, but those 3 skills have to hit the enemy. Okay, so that is for the accessory. For the enchant, I'm only using, 2 enchants with quickened CT. Okay, the other one, which is the weapon, I'm still using the magic boon since I still need to one-hit the alligators as of the moment. So without this magic boon, I'm not gonna be able to one-hit the alligator. Okay, so I'm using only two quickened cast time or quickened CT on the enchants. One is level 7, that reduces your fixed cast time by 10%, and the other one is level 6, only 9% reduction. Okay, next let's go to the Veros core. Of course, the Veros core would be the coprocessor activation. This would be best if it was already on Smeldon, but we have to sacrifice it again for the damage. We have here the Wrath of Earth, increasing the damage of the Catnip Meteorite by 30%. And again, additional 10% here using the Holy Light Shield. So we can still change this by putting a coprocessor activation level 10. But it's the best for me as of the moment, since I can farm freely and I can farm faster because I one-hit the alligators. Okay, so next for the sigils, let's talk about the sigils here. There you go. So the only sigil that is needed in order for you to achieve this cast time and cooldown is the Soul Reaper. Okay, it reduces the global cooldown by 10% and also increases your magical attack by 10% at tier 1. I'm only eyeing for tier 1 here since I don't have much resources to level it up. Okay, so other than that, you may use the Meteor and the Starfall to increase the damage, and a Megaton Bash if you don't have the Impale. Okay, next would be our accessory wares, our headwear. Our headwear is the Sheriff's Hat. Okay, this one. So the reason why I used this instead of a fixed cast time reduction is because I have low global cooldown reduction, and I do believe that most of the people would be having a hard time on the global cooldown rather than the fixed cast time. So I would rather go for a global cooldown since this one also increases damage on large races if you have refined it on plus 12. Okay, Oh, I mean all races, not large races. These are medium. Next would be our face wear. You could go for floral elven ear. So floral elven ear is this one. It reduces the fixed cast time. Or you could go as the same with me. I know most of the people who would be watching this doesn't have that much resources to pull for all of this gacha. So you could choose between the two. In my opinion, the stylish glasses has more use than the floral elven ear. It's still up to you. I would go for stylish glasses again for the global cooldown. Next would be the mouthwear. The mouthwear is our carrot crepe. I don't see any other mouthwear that would be succeedingly better. And aside from that, the backwear, the Rose Funeral is the best one. So sad to say that the Rose Funeral is only available on the previous pouring chest. So whenever this one arrives on your server, then you have to get it if you want to reduce both global cooldown and fixed cast time, because this one reduces fixed cast time by 3% and global cooldown by a total of 5%, because it has a condition for every 40 luck you reduce your global cooldown by 1% on a maximum of 2%. So you only need 80 luck here, and then you would reduce your global cooldown by 5%. Okay, so if you don't have that, you may go for the floral elven wings, because at plus 10 refine, this has a 4% reduction on global cooldown. Okay, so if you don't have that yet on your server, you could go for a kitsune mask. It also reduces your global cooldown and your fixed cast time, but the downtime is kind of high. It's 7 seconds. Now for the costume, we have two options here. Atlantis will be giving you a lot of fixed cast time reduction, but it doesn't have a global cooldown reduction. So that's why I did not choose it. I would rather go for the Stellar Dream. Stellar Dream has a global cooldown reduction of up to 7%. So in my opinion, this is the best one for the cast time. Okay, so last but not the least, food. Food can still decrease your fixed cast time. So this is the one that I'm using, the Scallop Konji. So if you have a lot of gold medals, then you could opt to get the Scallop Konji, and it's gonna be almost free. Now this reduces your fixed cast time by 5%. So if you would be looking at my cast time here, the real cast time is here. Okay, so sometimes it's 0.4. Sometimes when the gear procs, it's 0.17. That's the lowest so far. And on my cooldown, sometimes it's 1.2. That sometimes it's 0.9. Okay, so that's it. I do hope that this has helped you, because that's kind of a problem to the dorams right now, and everything else is the best. That's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like, share this to your friends, and click that bell notification button to get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again in the next video. Bye-bye!